Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brooks Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of September 1st, 2021. It is already September of 2021. Man, time flies. It's kind of a 5-week month. Not so much. Who knows? Yeah, so we got some books. First up, we have the Aquaman 80th anniversary is finally out this week. So I decided to pick it up, check it out, because I get pretty much all of them. They're pretty cool. There's a couple of variants that I picked up, so those will be mentioned later. But yeah, a bunch of different creators on here. Doesn't even give it to you on the back. But that DC logo is really blurry. Anyway. Next up is Basilisk number 4. I've only read the first issue, so I need to get caught up on it. But the first issue was entertaining enough that I think the rest of it's going to be as good. So I cannot wait to dive into the rest of it. Next up is Batman Fear State Alpha. For those of you who are reading Batman, we're heading into the Fear State stuff. Big Scarecrow story arc coming up. So this is introducing that. Tinian the Fourth is writing. So yeah. I am not caught up with Batman. I need to get caught up, but there's a long box down here I can't let it become more than a long box at this point. Fingers crossed I get to do some reading this weekend. Next up, we have the Batman Superman 2021 Annual number 1. This book is I think finishes up the movie story arc, because it's like a flip book. So if I got the Superman side and I opened it, it would be right side up. But if I went to the back, it's upside down, because you have to flip it over and read it this way for the Batman side. So it's a flip book. Interesting. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, for the most part, I've been enjoying what Batman and Superman have been putting out. Next up is a title that caught my coworkers, Marshall and owner Ryan Higgins, off guard when they were pulling this. There was only one ordered for the store, and it was for me. I don't actually order the single issues of this book, so the reason I ordered this was it was a one-shot, specifically for this title, and most likely finishing this title. And so I don't know if the trades it's the trades in this or what. But the series, The Beauty, I've been reading in trade and really enjoying it. Well, they finally decided to kind of finish it off with a one-shot. So this is The Beauty, All Good Things is the name of it. So it kind of weirded out my coworkers, like, who gets The Beauty? It's been so long. Of course, it was me that got it. But I really enjoyed The Beauty. It's an interesting take on, sexuality and diseases and all of that stuff. But really solid stuff, and I highly recommend The Beauty to people who want something different, and is really good. Next up is Steve Orlando's Commanders in Crisis number 12. This finishes off the first volume or first series of this. I don't know if there's going to be more. It was okay. It wasn't anything that I was just like, oh my god, this is the best ever. The ending was fine. It didn't really... It doesn't resonate. It's one of those things that once I'm done with it, it's going to go up on eBay. So somebody else might like it. Who knows? But definitely Steve brought his own twist to things, and it was interesting to see kind of a current take on some of kind of the golden age kind of superhero tropes. So yeah, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't knock it out of the park great, but it wasn't bad. Next up is Geiger number 6. I need to get caught up. And this issue feels really heavy and thick. I don't know why, but... Next up, we have the Harley Quinn 2021 Annual number 1. We'll see where it goes. I'm behind on Harley. Yeah. Next up is Infinite Frontier number 5 of 6. I need to get caught up on this series, but the first few issues were really good. Josh Williamson has done an amazing job with Infinite Frontier and kind of teasing big things coming in the DC universe. So I'm on board. Can't wait. Next up is issue 5 for Jules Verne's Lighthouse. I don't think this is the last issue. Let's double check. It might be the last issue. I don't know. It's been interesting. I read the first 2 issues. I have not finished the other ones, but I did enjoy what I did read. So I cannot wait to just finally sit down and read it. There's a bunch of titles I think I'm just going to grab, read, and finish them. Those are the titles I probably should have done in trade, honestly. But, you know, you never know what you're going to like. And I'm trying to be a little more open and exploring different titles that are not just, you know, DC comics and superhero stuff. I know I don't read very much Marvel. In fact, the only Marvel title I get is Star Wars High Republic. But it's just I'm not a huge fan of what's the product that they're putting out. Occasionally I'll pick up a book and read it, but it just doesn't hit me like DC and the independent stuff does. So who knows? Next up is the last issue of The Many Deaths of Laila Starr, number 5. I can't wait to read this and dive in. I need to read issue 4. The only reason I haven't read issue 4, because this is one of those books that I kind of read right when it comes out, was because I had to return my copy so somebody could get it, and then I had to wait for a replacement, so that kind of just delayed me reading it. So I have 2 issues to read, but it's really, really good stuff. I do highly recommend The Many Deaths of Laila Starr. It's fantastic. Next up is the Midnighter 2021 Annual, number 1. I believe this continues the story that's going on in the back of Action Comics, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to get caught up with Action and finish this out. I'm not a huge fan of the art on the cover. There was another cover to this one, but I didn't want to pay $1 extra just for, you know, I mean, it's a way, way better cover, but I just didn't want to. But we'll see. Midnighter, not bad stuff. Next up, you know that Marvel title I was talking about? We got Star Wars High Republic number 9. So cannot wait to dive into it. The High Republic stuff has been great. I've been enjoying it. And yeah, I'm just going to keep going. And we have another High Republic, Star Wars High Republic Adventures. This is number 8. This book's kind of dropped off a little. A lot of the kids stuff tends to have that, like, it has a good steam at the beginning and then it falls off. I don't know why. It's still good. I'm still enjoying it. So yeah, if you were curious or you were kind of falling off, stick with it. It's not something that's horrible. Next up is Static Season 1 Issue 3. I read the first issue and the second issue, so I think the second issue I read. I don't remember. Everything blurs together, but I enjoyed it. You should check out Static. Next up, we have Teen Titans Academy number 6. We got people with pitchforks and torches. It's never a good sign, so who knows? Hopefully the Titans aren't in too much trouble. Following that is Undiscovered Country by Scott Snyder and Charles Soule. This is issue 15. Undiscovered Country is great. It's a fantastic read. I know that Scott Snyder just announced that Nocterra is kind of picked up for TV and that they're working on the TV stuff. So look for Scott Snyder's stuff to start creeping up in price. I know that we have some store exclusive variant covers of Undiscovered Country number 1 on our website at comicsconspiracy.biz. You can go over there and pick one of those up, but definitely I think his stuff is definitely going to start creeping up there, especially if this stuff starts getting actually made and put on TV. Nocterra is fantastic. Undiscovered Country is amazing. Scott's just done a really solid stuff with his independent books, and I cannot wait for his Dark Horse stuff to come down the pipeline. Now, I'm a little hesitant with his Substack move. That does concern me a little bit as a reader and as a retailer, in the sense that I hope it's good for him and it benefits him and those that work with him and stuff, but really all of the negative press around Substack is something that I don't think that those creators really want. Not to mention that it's still writer heavy and not artist, so there's some inequality there. But overall, I'm wishing the best to Scott in what he does in everything. But yeah, Nocterra and Undiscovered Country are things that you should probably be on the lookout for, or at least reading it. Read it. Next up is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 22. It's 6 issues in a trade. So I'm almost at 24, so that means 4 volumes. So I almost have 4 volumes of Walking Dead to read. I just need to sit down and plow through it. I know I'll read through it quick. I read through those trades super fast. I mean, it might slow down a little bit with enjoying some of the artwork now that it's colored, but we will see. But Walking Dead is still definitely a really good title. And even if you don't read it in color right now, you can go read it in black and white and it's still amazing. Next up is We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 8. I think this book took a little bit of a break in his back, but I cannot wait. I really enjoyed the premise, and I cannot wait to see what they have in, Al Ewing has in store for us. It's really, really solid stuff. Next up is The Witcher, Witch's Lament, number 4 of 4. I enjoyed The Witcher stuff. I think there's an omnibus now that's incomplete because there's new Witcher stuff has come out. I did actually finish the first book, Blood of Elves, I believe it is, for the Witcher series. It had 7 chapters. The book had 7 chapters. Each chapter was like 50 some odd pages long. It was like, what am I reading? And not very much happens in the book. So I'm a little wondering how much the TV show is going to pull from the books and from the video game and everything else. But man, it wasn't bad. I still enjoyed it. Like I still have the next book right here that I need to get through. So who knows? Next and finally on my pull list, we have Wonder Girl number 3. She's going to be ensnared by Eros, apparently. Got some love stuff going on there. But I've been enjoying it. It's fantastic. It's Joelle Jones. Love it. It's great. Cannot wait to dive into more Wonder Girl. And if you're not reading Wonder Girl, you should. It's good stuff. So that's it for this week's books. Let's get to the variants. First up, we have those variants for Aquaman 80th anniversary. I picked up the Jose Luis Garcia Lopez 70s variant. So I snagged that one up there. Thought that was cool. And of course, I picked the Robinson Rocha variant there, which is the 2010s variant, which was really, really good. Batman Fear State Alpha had a variant cover that I snagged as well. And it also had a team variant that was pretty awesome. It's a shiny cover. It's hard to see, sorry with the glare. But it's like Batman as a scarecrow. Pretty good stuff. Geiger, of course, I'm a sucker and picked up all the variant coverage for Geiger. That's cover B. Here we go with cover C. And then up the other Gary Frank cover D. So there's all the Geiger ones. I snagged a Harley Quinn annual variant because, you know, I'm a sucker for Harley Quinn. Infinite Frontier, number 5, actually had another Suicide Squad variant, so I snagged that one up as well. Rick Flag looks really weird there. I actually decided to pick this one up, the shiny variant for the mini disc of Laila Starr. I just thought that cover was really, really cool, so I snagged that one up. Jenny Friesen, of course, gives us a fantastic Undiscovered Country variant for issue 15. Love that art there. Fantastic. And I picked up the variant for We Only Find Them When They're Dead. I thought that was a cool variant there. And, of course, the Wonder Girl number 3 variant. Picked that up as well. So that's it for this week's pull list. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Let me know what you're picking up. If you have any questions, comments, all that stuff. Let's keep it nice. Internet can be a bad place for all of that. So let's keep this area of it at least nice and cordial and a safe space. Come on. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. I think we just recorded episode 514. I don't know. I was late. I was busy on Monday and my brain got rattled a bit and I completely was just doing so much and just forgot that, oh man, I needed to be on the podcast. So I was a little late. I jumped on late, but hey, I doubled the podcast by jumping on time-wise. So that was good. But you can check that out. There'll be a link in the description below for that. Yeah, there's also a link. You can check out our other episodes as well. But yeah. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. You can help me out a little more directly by clicking on any of the Amazon links here or at conspiratorbrock.com, and those will take you to some, purchase something there. I'll get a little bit of Amazon money. You can also head over to my eBay page. Again, another link in the description below, where I'm purging out stuff. So like the Commanders in Crisis will be up pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah, I'm just constantly gotta purge, gotta cycle, gotta purge, gotta get that stuff out. So yeah. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. And I was going to finish out here, but I wanted to say, wanted to let you guys know that I picked up a tome of a book. I am going to be reading for the first time all the way through. I have read the first book at least. I can't remember if I read the second, but I definitely read the first one. And that's The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This is 5 books in one plus a little bit extra. It's 815 pages. I started at the beginning of the week, and I'm already 200 pages in. It's really fun stuff. I now know a lot of references and things that people have made, but it's definitely been really entertaining. But for $20, you can get all of this. So this trade paperback is $20. So yeah, I just want to show you guys that. Let you know. I'm also working my way through Smoke and Mirrors, Neil Gaiman short stories. I've already read it, but I'm rereading it, and it's definitely a different experience this time than when it was before. So sometimes it's good to go back and read things. But that's it for this week. And you know what? I'm getting tired. I need to get this up on time because I haven't had on-time videos in the last few weeks because God knows with shipping, but I'm going to get it up. So talk to you guys later. Bye.